What's going on, people? We are back at it. This your boy Brian, and we're gonna talk about WWE Monday Night Raw. It was a wild one. It really was. And one of the first things I want to talk about is, the John Cena goodbyes. John Cena made his entrance, and he liked to thank New York City for having him. Madison Square Garden, the big house. He wanted to give thanks, and this is his last time wrestling in Madison Square Garden, and that's pretty big, man. That's pretty big. It's a lot of wrestlers that got famous in that Madison Square Garden, and he wrestled his last match. His last match. John Cena wrestled last night, and it was a good match. It was a good match. Being said that it was the Judgment Day versus John Cena, Sheamus, and Rey Mysterio. Man, that's a hell of a trio. You got John Cena, Sheamus, and Rey Mysterio versus Judgment Day. I mean, it was real entertaining. It was real entertaining. You can tell that that's something that John Cena wanted, and also what Sheamus and Rey Mysterio wanted. You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't want to wrestle with John Cena in his last Raw match? And who not to wrestle but Rey Mysterio and Sheamus. Those two are two of the OGs that still left on the roster, besides R-Truth and Randy Orton and those guys. But they got the dub. John Cena, Rey Mysterio, and Sheamus got the dub versus the Judgment Day. And we also seen the Judgment Day get into it with Scatterboo from the New York Giants. Raw was in his house, the New York, so he was there. So him and the Judgment Day, they always trying to get into it with the celebrities outside in the ring. So they had their little segment going on, and I think Scatterboo may not be the last time we see him. I'm pretty sure it's not. He's a character, man. He's full of energy, and I can see him doing plenty things in the WWE as far as things like that. They picked the right one with that one. So let's go on with Nikki Bella blindsides Stephanie Valkyrie. This right here that I think Stephanie needed. To me, I feel like Stephanie was a little dry. Her title run was a little dry, and I think Nikki Bella is getting this popping right now. She's heating the pot up right now. And she's cooking on the mic too. I like Nikki Bella. That's a veteran that can help Stephanie Valkyrie keep her going, keep uplifting her, making her better in a sense. And I think that's what Nikki Bella doing. And I think it's gonna be a hell of a match at Survivor Series between those two. Stephanie Valkyrie gonna face off with Nikki Bella for the women's title. And we gonna see how that thing turned out. I think Nikki Bella's gonna give her a run for her money, because all jokes aside, not saying it couldn't happen, but I think I would want to see Nikki Bella champion again. I really would. She still seems like she's on the top of her game. She's in shape. She's good on the mic. I would want to see that again. So I would like to see her dethrone Stephanie Valkyrie, but Stephanie Valkyrie, she's doing well. She just need a little work. She just need a little work, and I think she'll be fine. And one of the biggest things that happened was Dolph Ziggler returns to WWE, and he faced off with Solo Sikoa. That was a big surprise. Not only a surprise, I think it's been a big buzz around WWE that Dolph was coming back, and he did. He made his return tonight. Well, last night on Raw. But, Solo Sikoa had his minions with him, so that you know what I mean, it's not too much to say about that one, you know what I'm saying? Solo got the dub in that match, and I really, when Dolph Ziggler returned, I didn't think he was gonna they were gonna let him be over Solo Sikoa. And again, I did, because Dolph, he's legit a vet right now. He's a vet, but Solo Sikoa, I guess they feel like Solo Sikoa put in hard work, so he got the win over Dolph Ziggler. And I have to admit, man, I like seeing Dolph back in the WWE ring. He was one of my favorites at one point. So let's go on with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. They have their little conflict going on. I think they're gonna be fine. Like I said before, I like seeing those two as a tag team. I mean, both of them I can see as women champions in the near future, because both of them already have been. But I think it's gonna come to an end pretty soon, because I think Charlotte Flair is gonna go toe to toe with Jay Cargill soon, if Bianca Belair don't come back in due time. I think that's the only opponent that's appropriate for Jay for a title shot. Charlotte Flair. That's something that I want to see. And we have Becky Lynch versus Maxine Dupree. Now, this match right here was very, very, very surprising. That match right there, I did not see coming. I did not see Maxine Dupree dethroning Becky Lynch, but it happened. It happened. I don't know what's the deal with that. We may not see Becky Lynch for a while, being that she got the throne. I don't know what's next for. You got Seth out, and she got the throne, and she's probably gonna be out. I really don't know what's gonna happen with that situation. I'm thinking they're going back to the drawing board and finna cook up something. Finna cook up when both of them return with something big, and I mean I can see that. But we're gonna see how that thing go, how that thing play out. But congratulations to Maxine Dupree. I mean, she looks like a champion. She wrestles like a champion, and that was, I mean, it wasn't a bad idea for putting the title around her. I'll tell you that much. Let's see what's she gonna do with the opportunity. I mean, she is the IC champion. Let's see, can she pivot from it? I hope she can. But she looked damn good with the title around her. Javon Evans and Gunther. Gunther made his return to WWE from I guess a little mini vacation, I would say. But we all knew Javon Evans was gonna get take that L, but I like I said, I like Javon Evans, and I think he's the future of WWE. That's a talent right there that must see. I mean, we all see that they have him on WWE Raw main roster right now. That speaks volume. That speaks that WWE see a lot of potential in Javon Evans, and even though he took that L, I mean, I think it's great things to come with him. I can see him as a future IC title, IC champion, US champion. I can see him in with gold. I really can. And Gunther, Gunther is Gunther. Great dominance. I think he may win it all. The tournament. I really think Gunther's gonna win it all. I feel like John Cena really wants Gunther as his last match, because I feel like John feels like Gunther would be one of his biggest challenges at his age. John Cena, he's retired. You could say he's retired right now. I think he got a little bit left in the tank, and I just think that he wants Gunther as his last match so he can really get tested and pressed to the limit. And what other wrestler to do that but Gunther? So unless Chris Jericho comes back and faces John Cena as for his last match, I'm pinning all my marbles on Gunther to win it all. So that's my pick, folks. Gunther. Okay, so let's go to the biggest surprise of the night is the return of Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. It was great chaos in the ring between the Vision, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, the big dog, and Bronson Reed. And, they was having their words. They were having their little conflict. Cody Rhodes stand in the middle of the ring, and next thing you know, you hear Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate. Music hits. The roof blew off the building. The roof blew off the building. Here comes Brock Lesnar. Like the badass he is. He come to the ring, dominates. And guess who comes out after? Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns made his return. That solidifies what it's going to be for War Games. What it's going to be for War Game is the Vision, along with Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Cody Rhodes. I feel. So that's what I feel like is going to happen, especially at War Games. But overall, Raw was legit. Raw was fire. I mean, they really did their thing on us. And also we got AJ Lee. AJ Lee, she's a part of War Games now. And I feel like Raw was it was one of the best Raws this year to me. It was one of the best Raws this year, especially with all the surprises from Dolph Ziggler to the return of Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns, he making his sixth return. And it was all legit. It was all legit, and I really enjoy it. But it's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be chaos war games. I think it's gonna be one of the best war games it has been in a while. I mean, the last war games was great. It was great, but I think this one right here is gonna top it. Being that we have all of the biggest wrestlers in this time in that match, from Cody Rhodes, from Brock Lesnar, from Roman Reigns, from CM Punk. We got them all in that one match at War Games, and it's gonna be a must see. It's gonna be a must see. But they did their thing, man. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this episode of Raw. Let me know in the comments. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow me to all my social medias: TikTok, Wrestle with Brian, YouTube, of course, Wrestle with Brian, and also Twitch, Wrestle with Brian. This your boy Brian, and I'm out. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.